We're really lucky the rest of the world recognizes Nova Scotia for these pristine, cold Atlantic waters, which to me translates to a much crisper tasting oyster. I am Hannah Nelson and I own and operate Afishionado Fishmongers. We started as a way to connect local consumers to local seafood and have now started to tell some of these stories to consumers and chefs across Canada. No matter where you are in the Maritimes, you're always pretty close to the ocean and to the experiences that lends to. I love when I get the opportunity to go picking for razor clams or to be helping different suppliers or to be going on fishing boats. How's your day?
Great. Waiting for the tide to come in and can get out and do a bit more work.
What's interesting about Philip's farm is that they used to build huge ships there because the water would raise up to the sides of the boats and you had a 16-foot channel. That's a pretty unique occurrence that is perfect today for oyster farming. It's pretty incredible what farmers have to do and how much work it is to get these little guys to market and keep them alive. Some oyster farmers say that an oyster that they have on their farm, they've personally touched at least 10 times over the course of its 4 or 5 years on your farm. You're moving it around, you're cleaning it off, you're making sure that it's growing to what the consumer wants, which is a uniformly shaped oyster with a beautiful cup so that the meat fills the whole oyster. If we're talking about any type of protein sustainability, we should really be talking about oysters as number one. It's a really beautiful food source. Oyster farming kind of is this perfect symphony. You don't feed them. They filter water every day. They clean our water, and they produce a wonderful food that also helps tie up carbon from the atmosphere in its shells. At the end of the day, that story is also embodied in the taste of that oyster, and you really got to go down and learn who these people are, what's their connection to these parts of Nova Scotia to see and taste it. We cover all the different sides of the Nova Scotia coast, which means that you can really have a different experience, a different terroir from each of the regions of Nova Scotia. Fishing and aquaculture is our biggest export in Nova Scotia, and a lot of people are looking at us for some of that educational aspect, and consumers are starting to get this feeling too that there's something really special. You know, if you learn a little bit about where it comes from, about the harbor, about the people who are behind it, then you feel a little bit more connected to the food that you're eating and to the environment that we're a part of. And I think that makes that experience richer, and I think it also contributes to the taste that you get, and it presents a really rich opportunity to be able to explore that. It's a special part of the world.